94.5.
C-Rock, Megadeth, and Hangar 18 from the latest The Steve Show, and Pat Dawsey, and like some other folks too, like Diamond Dave just walking through the door.
Where's the microphone?
Right there, big guy. Go ahead, take it.
Microphone?
Yeah, that's it.
Attention, Texas, live in front of your naked, steaming eyes, direct from Hollywood after 2 years of no work. Yours truly, me, David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
So what's happening?
Oh, everything's happening.
Boy, oh boy.
I just got here. You just got here. We're just getting settled in here, and we'll be back in a few to talk with David. I'm sure we have a lot of things to talk about, like the new record.
We'll
and
try and make some kind of sense out of this.
Yeah. C-Rock, the nation's only real rocker. All right, hey, this is Johnny Crash from, when did this come out? About a year and a half ago? Something like that? About a year, okay. Dave, we are on the air in about 20 cities nationwide, and I'll give you a list of all of them here in a second, all right?
All right. Hey, don't get ahead of ourselves. Steve, baby, it's live, and it's me, yours truly, David Lee Roth. Heard you miss me, so I came back to visit you. And it's not just Texas, it turns out. We're going coast to coast, man.
That's it, man.
Well, I wore the hat, but, hey, everybody can relate, I think. Everybody get close to your radio.
It's a nice hat.
Take the radio, place it against your body. Now, feel the sound of my voice. Oh. Yeah, man, you see? Radio is like a sharing experience, man.
Oh, man.
This whole career is turning into a sharing experience.
Woo! So are you going to get out of the music business and become a DJ for us, or what?
I don't know if I'm going to be a DJ. I don't know if I could, I'm a little too transient, I get used to the travel and the vampire hours. You got to get the Dayglow cheekbones, man. You got to get your Keith Richard merit badge, and you get...
Keith!
Yeah, well, you get caught up in it, and, living like we do when we're on the road and traveling like this it's wild hours, it's wild places. This album was recorded in a 4-month period up in Vancouver in a $15 a night hotel room everybody stayed in. Well, not everybody in one room.
I was reading about it. When you first went into the studio, I read an article about how you just wanted the atmosphere of, hey, man, it's like a garage thing, man, and...
Well, Steve, the dirt under my fingernails is well documented, so I figure, hey, look, the closest a lot of rock bands really get to the neighborhoods they describe in their tunes is like watching it on the CNN TV set, or something. Or, there's a lot of characters out there, who wear the cowboy hat, like yours truly, but the closest I've actually been to a steer recently is standing in line at McDonald's. So it's like, come on, let's go in there and live it. You can't record from a distance, you don't go look over the fence and go, hey, what do you think we could write about that neighborhood? Oh, you don't want to go in there after dark, And when you put your little coconut head to the pillow and the slumbering strains of Slumberland are beckoning you at 3 in the morning, like that. It's refreshing, man, to hear the squealing tires and the sirens and the breaking glass and the girls laughing out on the street below, And we took up the entire floor, and it was like Animal House meets aircraft carrier meets gypsy. Hey, there's gypsies in the palace, So, and that's what you get in the grooves. Well, actually, CDs don't have grooves, do they?
No, they don't, but...
that's what you have in your electrolytically plated copper disc.
You are too much, man.
Yeah, according to my mom, I'm my own best audience, too. So, feel free to...
I heard your father was a doctor, speaking of moms and dads.
Yeah, and I'm into group therapy. So it runs in the family, My grandfather died dancing, actually.
Did he really?
Well, at the end of a rope, but, Yeah, actually, Pop is a doctor, and I got a bunch of uncles who are doctors.
He's a dentist. He's a dentist, right?
Close. He's an eye doctor. Don't get him confused, babe. Anyway.
That's not close.
It's not healthy either if you get him confused. So. But I have an Uncle Manny, who was the oldest of the brothers, who used to own a club in Greenwich Village called the Cafe Wah, like W-H-A with a question mark.
Cafe what?
Wah.
Wah.
Like W-H-A with a question mark. And, geez, I'm having trouble thinking here. I've been up since the late 70s, man. I've been to bed. But when I was a kid, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I'd go up to New York City in Greenwich Village, where Manny had a club, and Jimi Hendrix was playing with the Isley Brothers, and Bob Dylan got fired 3 times for some reason, and on and on. There's, the folk movement, the beatnik thing and everything like that. And so when I decided to black sheep it, you know, there wasn't the usual uproar in the family dining room. You know, they'd seen it before, so here we are.
Here we are, indubitably. David Lee Roth inside the studio with the Steve Show on Z-Rock, and we'll run some spots here, and we'll come back and we'll chat, and we'll do some more David Lee Roth music with Van Halen.
Promotional interests, man, are the stanchions of our industry, Steve.
Z-Rock! Scream it with me. Scream it with me. Go ahead.
Z-Rock, baby!
Want to stop smoking?
Are we on right here?
We are on, big guy.
Wow, boy, at least we're not in a helicopter, huh? Woo, yours truly, David Lee Roth, getting off on the Z-Rock, baby, coast to coast, the one with the most, and we put the rest to the test here, huh? On the Steve Show.
Yeah.
Live in front of your naked, steaming eyes. What are we going to do? We're going to play a song here?
We're going to do a song from the new one.
Brand new.
Why don't you tell us what gave you the idea to do these pictures that are in here? What is this? I mean, I'm looking at this.
It's interpretive. I know you're not used to these kinds of things in most rock products, Steve. You
exactly.
know? But you're gonna have to use your filthy little imagination. It's gonna be better than anything I can tell you over the radio. You know? Got to be careful with this record though, or the CD, you know, because we had an experience just the other day. We stored the test pressing of the CD with some of the other test pressings over at Warner Brothers in Hollywood, California, and overnight all the other CDs got embarrassed and their little holes sealed shut and they wouldn't play anymore. So be really careful when you stock this up in your house. This music is like a drug, man. It's going to make you feel young and impulsive, man. So I want you to listen to it indiscriminately. Listen to it and operate a motor vehicle, man. I want you to listen to it on the way to school. Quick, run away from the typewriter into the bathroom and listen to a little music, man.
I can't use my motor vehicle anymore. It's gone, man. I don't know.
Oh, that's right, huh? The Indians got you, huh?
The Indians got me, man.
Oh, God. Boy. It's ups and downs, huh? So what? Somebody stole your car?
Yeah, I was at a nightclub. We were checking out this new band called World War III. I don't know if you've heard them yet.
No, but I may know who stole your car. Cool tape collection, Steve. Anyway, yours truly, David Lee Roth, rising up out of the ashes shall rise a great bird. Me, David Lee Roth. Are we going to roll a tape
We're
right
ready
here?
To roll as soon as you give us the intro.
Bang, bang, shoot 'em up, baby.
Yeah!
Oh, baby, it is unbelievably spectacular right over here.
Great song. Great song.
Thanks a lot, man. Hey, we do it all for you. I wouldn't even try without you, man.
From A Little Ain't Enough, David Lee Roth from the new record on Z-Rock, and he's inside the studio with us coast to coast, and we're having a great time, man.
Steaming, boy. Woo! Smoke until the wheels fall off.
I have been really anticipating your arrival here, and now that you're here, it's like, wow, what do I ask?
We'll try and make some kind of sense out of this, you know. We're just going to thrash our way through here.
So you're just going around the country and visiting radio stations.
Oh, yeah, right? You know, well, come on, you know, it goes like this, Steve, you know, when you take your songs, man, and you give them all the love and the attention. You grow them like children, like flowers in the basement, man. And you don't create with any kind of a time frame, you know. And you make these songs as beautiful and as perfect as you can, as right as you can. And when you take those songs up out of the basement, up the stairs, into the light of day, it's time to pimp that sucker, man. I'm talking sell it, baby. Yeah. Come on, where are you going? I got a T-shirt just your size. Yeah, come here. Come on, man. This is rock and roll. Light up the skies, you know.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's get one of those
song.
Beautiful hydrocarbon sunsets going there. You know, that's what rock and roll is all about, man. It's a little technicolor, you know, a little fury, a little bit of sense of humor, you know. You carry on with it.
Let's talk about, and I hope this isn't a sore subject, but I do want to talk about the old Van Halen days here a little bit, you know.
Sure, hey.
You hear so many things, you know, when a band breaks up or when somebody leaves a band and somebody else replaces that member, and you hear all kinds of things, but I wanted to hear it right from the Roth's mouth as to...
well, you know,
what was the deal?
All divorces, Steve, have sharp, broken edges, or you wouldn't get a divorce. You know, nobody comes home, honey, I'm home, you know. Well, what do you love, baby? I love you. You love me? Hey, what do you think? We get a divorce after lunch? No, it doesn't work that way. It's always you said, that I said, that he said, that you said, and after, you know, when all is said and done, you know, whatever. But you know, if you're happy with what you're doing, and that truly is, then hey, you don't hold a grudge. You know, you don't hold a thing. But I haven't run into the guys in literally years. Not even down the street at the local cantina, and I'm a fixture there. I would know if they came in, and they ain't there. You know, I haven't seen them. And should I run into them? I see it as a positive thing. Who knows down the line? Keep an open mind, huh?
You haven't run into them since you left the band?
I actually have not, you know.
Wow.
Well, you know.
Because it's a small world, you know.
Until they lose your luggage, Steve. And I'd like to talk about maybe my luggage is in the back of your car. Do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of stuff in that car. It might have been in there. I don't know.
All right.
But so it was just kind of a mutual thing and something that was building over a long period of time.
Oh, come on, you know, it's all bands, you know, go the way of all flesh sooner or later. But you know, you get the reunions and whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. It doesn't get any better or any worse around here, but it sure gets different, man.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Well, that's good.
You know?
Hey, if life stayed the same all the time, it'd be too boring, right?
It would. You know what we're going to do this time is we're going to turn the stage around, and everybody's going to be backstage on tour this year.
Who's everybody? Who's everybody?
Well, the entire audience, man. Yeah, we'll figure, you know, we'll open the gates up about 14 hours early and, you know, drinks. And I tell you.
We're going to hit a station ID here for 8 seconds, all right?
All right, we'll count.
I want to do a Van Halen tune. This is my all-time favorite Van Halen tune.
All right, are you just going to roll it, or are you going to tell us the title?
I'm going to tell you the title, and then maybe you can enlighten us as to a little story behind the tune. If there is one, I don't know if there is one.
It's going to turn out to be what, you know, when you're out on the high school quad, you know, and everybody's, you know, you got somebody who looks like they're going to make it and other people who don't, and I don't know, I guess some of them turn out to be queens of the dirty movies here.
Hey, wasn't that, what's the line on the tune here now? Wasn't that the prom queen or something like that?
Well, take a listen and we'll see what we can find.
Van Halen from Fair Warning. Z-Rock.
Lights, camera, action. Yeah,
everything turns out all right.
Woo! Don't you know it's Steve? Yeah, it's the Steve Show, and that's the way to go. That's why I'm here. Have no fear. Yours truly, David Lee Roth, getting off on the Z-Rock coast to coast. We're all over the place, man. Don't touch that dial, baby, because we're probably on all the other channels too, man. And I'm glad to see that all you little skeeters out there across the country have finally found enough time to pull your hot little hands out of your pants long enough to tune in the radio set and listen to the damn Steve Show, baby, because you made the right choice, and I'm glad to see that our culture is taking a turn for the better. What do you think, Steve?
I thank you, Dave. That was very nice.
Damn right. All right, man. All right. We're rocking, baby. Woo!
I want you to say hello to Rob for me in Las Vegas.
Rob in Las Vegas. Who's that? Is that your...
Rob?
Rob sounds like a lawyer name.
I need one. You know a good one?
Yeah. Did you see my cowboy boots? These are made out of lawyer skin, man. Really thin skin, but they're really overpriced, man.
I'll bet they are. No, Rob is a good friend of mine who moved from Dallas to Las Vegas.
All right.
And he's listening to us right now. And
well, it's all in the family, man. You know, it's just like a family affair here. Actually, I'd like to think of it more like a roving youth gang. Boy, oh boy, we're just spinning the platters and everything. You know what? For this next tune, I gotta show you 2 points of interest here, because you know. Well, you guys look like you need some direction, man. It's a case of, in the middle, have you ever noticed how, ever since Led Zeppelin did this tune, Kashmir, every band has to have the obligatory Arabian guitar solo? You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, this song has one. And at the very end of it, when you hear the siren, that's not a siren, that's me.
I have to admit, when I saw the title to this tune on the record, I thought of something else.
What, Baby's on Fire?
Yeah.
Well, would you like to discuss that with all of us, Steve?
No, I was just, as soon as I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was Sammy's tune, Baby's on Fire.
Sammy Hagar has a tune called Baby's on Fire?
Yeah, doesn't he?
I think so. I don't know. That was one of the few smart moves he ever made. Okay, so look, hey, I think we should roll tape here, and we should get right to the Arabian guitar solo. Roll 'em, dude. Woo!
David Lee Roth live and nationwide on Z-Rock.
Yeah, man. And how many times you don't hear a whole lot of bands end on their records anymore? They just sort of fade away, you know?
That is a wonderful tune.
Yeah, well, it's got to be, you got to lead with your face in this stuff, man. You put the guitars up the front. It's better to fall flat on your face, Steve, than to die bending over backwards for somebody else. Yeah, you know what it says on every dead blues man's tombstone?
What's that?
Do. Well, I didn't get up this morning. Yeah, well, okay. I'll keep
Indubitably. Indubitably.
All right, comedy's not for me. I'll keep my day job, man.
Yeah, really.
That's the blues. And what is it in the blues? You always got to go. In fact, I think I do it in the next tune. Is when I go, how. Hey, man,
ZZ Top, how.
This is the 90s. Me know how. When?
Do you like ZZ Top?
I love ZZ Top. Man.
How.
Well, ZZ Top is, qualifies as probably the most class example of American rock and roll.
Yeah.
Going on the charts today. Americana style. Hey, nothing. That's barbecue music, man.
The second biggest export out of Texas.
Is it? What's the first biggest export?
Oil, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Well, being a lead singer is the second oldest profession,
David,
yeah.
Are you a football fan?
Yeah, as long as it's tough stuff, sure.
What about this team right here?
The Giants, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, the game, the Super Bowl.
Did you watch it?
Well, I watched a bit of it, and then I was out and about, running up and down the street and stuff. Generally, I like football, but usually it's not quite violent enough for me, Steve.
Is that right? Wow.
You know what works, though? This is the beauty of video, too, is if you ever notice how sometimes when you watch video on the TV set, if you just turn off the sound and play a record that's different entirely, it still makes some weird kind of sense.
It does. It does.
Next time you watch football, man, you just turn off the sound. It goes really great with like Led Zeppelin, early Black Sabbath.
I've done that before. Yeah.
It just seems to make some kind of sense.
War Pigs is the tune that kind of fits that really good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the act there. Boy, oh boy.
We want to do another tune from the new record because we can't get enough of it.
Hey, look.
A little ain't enough. Yeah.
I think the hammerhead shark, man. It's a creature who's ancient, whose time has forgot, who hasn't changed in a million years. He's just ancient and archaic and. Sounds like I'm talking about some rock bands, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever notice how a lot of rock bands, not necessarily that you hear on Z-Rock here, but a lot of rock bands that you hear on the radio sometimes, their music, it's not like rock and roll. It's more like a French condom advertisement. It's like thousands of tiny little notes urging you to let go. With music so thin, you feel like you're hearing nothing at all. You gotta laugh, man. It's the best revenge. He who laughs lasts. Are we going? You want to roll a little tune?
Let's do it. Another one from the new record, Sensible Shoes.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I got lost, man. I don't know. I got distracted here. Well, it's the most sensible thing you're going to get out of me in this entire interview. So roll 'em.
From the new David Lee Roth. A little ain't enough. Sensible Shoes.
Yeah, I got my sensible shoes and I'm headed uptown, but I ain't changing my shoes. Yeah, and that's David Lee Roth jumping off on the Z-Rock Steve show, man.
Yeah,
wow.
what a groovy tune, man.
Hey, a little of that Delta blues,
Yeah.
A little bit of, I don't know, I forget who we stole it all from. Hey, come on, inspiration doesn't descend through the cracked and peeling ceiling of the Holiday Inn in the hand of God, man. It doesn't happen. And don't even bother waiting. You got to go and you got to pull your wine from different wells, and you got to take a little from here and we'll use that drum beat from this and we'll take those shoes from there and we're going to mix it with this kind of guitar solo,
Did you do all the writing on this? I didn't even notice.
I collaborated with a whole bunch of different people on this. Musical, I wrote all the lyrics, all the poetry. I don't know. What is it? This stuff belongs more in spray paint on a subway wall, I think, than on the inside of a compact disc jacket, But that's rock and roll, man. It's graffiti,
This is original.
Well, that's a picture of you on the cover, man.
Thanks, man.
That album.
You used me for the cover of your album. That's great.
That's it. That's a mirror on the cover. People talk about, they put a little devil on there, And people say, you know, well, what is this about? Obviously, it has nothing to do with the occult. Obviously, it has nothing to do with Satanism. You know, I'm personally a devout pagan, but you know, as far as you know, the you know, all of this censorship nonsense, you know, it
is nonsense. Just that, yeah.
You know, you got a bunch of characters, you know, trying to blame one problem on music. Some 3 minutes 28 seconds of some heavy metal song. You know, look, if you got suicidal tendencies, man, you're gonna find it in a McDonald's jingle, you know?
Yeah.
If that's what you're really looking for. You know, I'm sure there were plenty of people who walked out of a Wagnerian opera and slit their throat, but we don't read about that.
Exactly. So, they don't promote that, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, what are you going to do? But
it's a scapegoat thing.
I think so. You know, if you want to get famous, attack somebody more famous. You know? That's politics, you know, what have you. But the censors have been coming after me with hammer and tongs ever since I stepped into the playground in 3rd grade.
I haven't heard of anybody coming after you with any complaints about any of your music.
Not a whole lot, you know. My stuff is all really subliminal, you know.
Okay.
All my stuff is really perverse, but it's the difference between, you know, like that old Stone song, my, said the spider to the fly, jump in my web.
Yeah.
You know, and that old Alvin Lee song, babe, I want to bone you. You know, one kind of flow is a little better, you know. There's a different way, and besides, bed is the poor man's opera, man. So there's a lot of ways to address, you know, whatever. And I deal with relevant social issues as well, you know, sushi, lowriders, computer graphics, the occasional liquor store robbery, you know, whatever I see on the headlines, man. That's what goes into the grooves, you know.
Hey, it was great having you here,
Steve.
I wish you could stay.
Hey. Here's my hat. What's my hurry, huh? 1-800-see ya. Hey, thank you very much. You're a very patient man, Steve.
Thank you, Dave. It was great having you here,
and
really.
To all of you, coast to coast, baby. Yeah, my people. All right. You're listening to the Z-Rock Can't Stop. I'm David Lee Roth. Yeah, and I do it all for you. I wouldn't even try without you. See you soon.
This year, football fan.
94.5.
Z-Rock, it's called Last Call from the new David Lee Roth, A Little Ain't Enough, as he makes his way on out the Z-Rock studios. Thanks again, guy. Appreciate it. Yeah, Z-Rock, the nation's only real rocker. And we'll go back to the first one, right in the middle, smack dead in the middle of the winter time, and Ice Cream Man from Van Halen on Z-Rock.
94.5.
Z-Rock and Van Halen, Fools from Women and Children First. It's the Steve Show, and that was great. Having David Lee Roth up here, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was up to your standards. Great time, great time. It's just, you know, it always stinks when they have to leave, you know. Anyway, we're going to finish out the rest of the hour with Van Halen and David Lee Roth stuff, and then we'll get back to some normal programming here on Z-Rock. We've got the biggest balls of them all.
Z-Rock's Z-Week, number 26. Are we testing? Are we redlining in there?
We're ready.
Check, check, check. Yeah, from the urban sprawl to the subway sticks, it's number 26, baby. Yours truly, me, Diamond David Lee Roth, getting off, kicking ass with class right here on Z-Rock Z-Week, number 26. XXX.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying, guys.
Just do one more, and then we'll do some ideas real quick.
Hi, this is David Lee Roth. Don't touch that dial and turn it up. Pump up the volume, baby, because it's Z-Week number 26 with yours truly, me, David Lee Roth.
Okay, this is Dave Bald. You can do an ID for him.
Here we go.
And Mad Max Hammer, Crank and Craig, Crazy Mike Payne, J. Lee Tipton, and then whatever. I go by the Steve Show.
Okay.
I don't use the last name.
Great. Look up into the night sky, a bolt from the blue. Yeah, Dave Bolt right here on the Z-Rock, baby. And yours truly, David Lee Roth, getting off on the Z.
Cool.
Okay. Pat does.
He's going to be the best guy. Yeah.
Hi, this is David Lee Roth. Yeah, don't touch that dial because we're right here with the mile-wide smile. Always on Z-Rock with Pat Dozzy. Okay. Did I say my name?
Yeah.
Man. Or at least we're not in a helicopter, huh? Did we check the fuel?
We'll do one more and then we'll come back into the music.
Boom! It's the hammer, baby. Yeah, I'm talking Mad Hammer and Mad Max Hammer right here on the Z-Rock with yours truly, me, David Lee Roth, getting off always on the Z-Rock.
Check 1, 2. Check. Go for it. The Steve Show.
Hey, baby, this is David Lee Roth, and we are hopping and popping with the best bet for the boss beats. Smash hits with the timely tunes, with those with the textured taste. We got 20, count 'em, 20 nitro fuel-burning top-end screaming dragster rock band tunes right here on the Stevie Show. Oh.
Excellent.
Okay.
Cranking Craig.
Cranking Craig. Hi, this is David Lee Roth, and if you ain't cranking it, you're yanking it, baby. Yeah, David Lee Roth right here on the Z-Rock with Cranking Craig.
Crazy Mike Payne.
Put your ear to the radio, baby. You will never be the same, because this is David Lee Roth with Crazy Mike Payne on Z-Rock. Okay. Jason Lee Tipton. Okay. Look deep, deep into your radio. Don't take your eyes from the speaker. You're becoming young and impulsive. You feel like doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and you should do them with Jason Lee Tipton and yours truly, David Lee Roth, right here on Z-Rock.
One more quick one for me, like around 5-6 seconds.
Sure.
And end it with Z-Rock.
Oh, you don't like the dance remix, huh?
Oh,
okay, fine. Okay, fine, Steve.
I love it. I love those 12-inch remixes.
Here we go. Hi, this is David Lee Roth. Yeah, and you're doing... Sorry?
No problem.
Hi, this is David Lee Roth, and you are tuned in to where we can't stop on the Z-Rock. Yeah, way to go on the Steve Show.